Monday, everyone. It is Weather for Weather Geeks time here on the 13th day of September 2021. Things started to get a little bit toasty over the course of the weekend, and that trend continued into the day today. Let's start with today's numbers, and then we'll talk about a potentially busy midweek forecast. 82 was the high today. 76 is our average, so 6 degrees above average today. And look at that low this morning, 68. 15 degrees warmer than the average, and way a distance away, I should say, from the record low. Boy, that's an early season 35-degree temperature on this date back in 1964. I wonder if there was some frost that morning. All right, it was our third consecutive warmer than average day today, and just 1 degree shy of yesterday's high of 83. Now, that being said, we're still running just a little bit cooler than average when you factor in the highs and the lows for the first 13 days of the month, but that's going to change. That number will be replaced very quickly with the coming pattern, and it seems like a lock at this point that September will go into the record books as warmer than the average. All right, recording this at about 7 p.m. Going to be another vibrant sunset this evening where we don't have clouds around. We've had some vibrant sunrises and sunsets over the last couple of days. We had a red moon, crescent moon up there over the weekend, and this is all because of high-altitude wildfire smoke. This is mostly upstairs quite a ways, but it's thick enough right now to give us the vibrant colors around sunrise and sunset. This will be about as thick as it gets, this current plume. This is going to push away over the next couple of days, and while there will be some wildfire smoke still in the air tomorrow and into Wednesday, it's not going to be as thick and noticeable as it is right now. As of this recording, a little severe thunderstorm watch for parts of northern Pennsylvania, central PA, as well. We've actually had a pretty decent cluster of thunderstorms that have produced some decent-sized hail from Venango County around Oil City, heading off to the east into Forest County and heading over towards Clearfield County and the DuBois area in central PA. And there's been some severe thunderstorm warnings occasionally with this line. And we even got grazed by this ever so slightly in eastern Mercer County over the last half an hour or so. No severe weather, but we did have a quick downpour right along and just north of Interstate 80. That was pretty brief, and looks like from here on out we should be dry in Mercer County and throughout the rest of the region. Not so dry along the Gulf Coast. This is Tropical Storm Nicholas. Not the strongest storm in the world, but it's not moving very fast, and this is going to produce, unfortunately, copious amounts of rain. It's already doing so, and it's going to continue to do so around the Houston area, into Galveston, and over towards southwestern Louisiana, and a lot of Louisiana, actually, where you start to see those purple colors, and, you look at our legend up here. This is 5+ inches worth of rain just over the next couple of days. So, not what they want to see along the Gulf Coast. We expect no impacts around here from Nicholas. It should just kind of die on the vine, basically, across the middle of the country and kind of just get washed away, that circulation, before it has a chance to come to the north and east. We have a cold front approaching our region over the next couple of days, and SPC has a slight risk of severe weather out tomorrow for places like Detroit and South Bend and Fort Wayne and back towards Champaign, Illinois. A low-end risk is included in the forecast for around here. That's mostly for tomorrow night. Expecting very minimal shower and thunderstorm activity during the day tomorrow. It should be a day pretty similar to today, even a little bit warmer. I can't rule out a late-day shower or storm tomorrow, but it's 10 to 20% chance kind of a thing. It'll be a pretty active afternoon, though. Again, Detroit, maybe Toledo, out towards Fort Wayne, into central Illinois as well. And then these storms should weaken as they come to the south and east. We're under that 1 out of 5 risk here locally. But that's, I'm not counting on severe weather being a big problem around here tomorrow night. But could you hear some thunder tomorrow night? Yeah, it's going to be a possibility. And then Wednesday probably starts with some spotty showers. And while Wednesday will not be as warm, it's still going to be very muggy. This front's going to be weakening as it comes east. There's not going to be much of a change in the air mass with the passage of this front. But as the front itself moves through in the afternoon, there's been some model trends today speeding this up a little bit. And that would keep, if that trend continues, that would keep most of the severe weather threat in the afternoon on Wednesday probably to our south and east, if that faster speed is right. Now, if the front's a little bit slower, that would make it so our area has a decent chance maybe of a heavy gusty storm Wednesday afternoon. Thursday could start with some fog. In fact, we might have a few foggy mornings coming up Thursday, Friday, and into the weekend. Now, we're getting into fog season, of course, here in the early fall. But otherwise, a good deal of sunshine on Thursday as high pressure pays us a brief visit. The Day 3 outlook from the Storm Prediction Center includes the slight risk basically drawn from around New Philly over towards Steubenville and Wheeling It gets Pittsburgh, it gets Beaver County, PA, and then over towards State College in Williamsport in PA with the low end 1 out of 5 risk. Just to the north of that up to about Interstate 80. If the model trends continue where this looks a little faster, I'm not going to be surprised if when this becomes the day 2 outlook, if everything shifts a little bit farther to the south. So the slight risk gets maybe drawn a little farther to the south. The low end risk, the darker green in other words, gets pushed a little bit to the south as well. We'll see if that trend continues into the night tonight. So just a brief and gentle reprieve from the dew points behind that front on Thursday, but still, by mid-September standards, that's still pretty muggy on Thursday, with dew points maybe around 60 or 61, 62. But then it's right back to this tropical air mass at the end of the week and heading into the weekend. Autumn is nowhere to be found in this forecast. Now, temperatures will struggle a little bit Wednesday with the clouds and the threat for rain. But then it's back up to 80 on Thursday and middle 80s next week. I checked some records. I don't think we're going to be breaking records. Most of the records early next week are in the upper 80s to around 90. But still, this is, of course, way above the average. And this is the next 10 days compared to average high temperatures. Our averages over the next 10 days drop from 75 to 72. And so by Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, highs in the mid-80s, that's getting to be 11, 12 degrees above the average. So a pretty significant September heat wave, if you will, is coming our way. Before I leave you this evening, I wanted to take a brief detour into the longer range and some winter forecast thoughts. Internally, we talked about when we're going to do the winter forecast today. I think it's going to be Thursday, November the 4th, the first Thursday in November. That's preliminarily when we'll do the winter forecast. And one of the key analogs this year for the winter forecast, I think, is going to be the winter of 2017 into 2018. A lot of similarities in some of the atmospheric ingredients, it looks like, for this winter as we had that winter. Interestingly, in the lead up to that winter, this was September of 2017, pretty warm September across the region. And then the next month, into October, that was also warm. Now, it cooled off significantly late in October, but the first half of October 2017 was quite warm compared to the average. But then look what happened by December. Boom! Winter got off to a very fast start that year. It mellowed out quite a bit in the second half of the season, but winter got off to a rockin' start in 2017, 2018. We had temperatures below 0 New Year's Eve into New Year's Day. I think our high on New Year's Day was like 13 or something. And then again, later in January and into February, winter really petered out quickly. And could this winter play out in a similar fashion at this early stage of the game? I would say that's a distinct possibility. Given some of the atmospheric drivers, and there's some other years in recent memory that are sort of similar, where winter got off to a fast start and then the second half of winter was not as harsh. So this is going to be something we're going to be keeping an eye on in the next 4 to 6 weeks in the lead up to the winter forecast. Will this idea continue to hold some water, or will we have to change our thinking? As of right now, early in the game, I kind of think this is odds are favoring our upcoming winter playing out kind of like this. Fast start. Not so bad later on. Many more thoughts, I should say, on the winter forecast in coming editions of Weather for Weather Geeks, and on my social media, and on TV as well, as we head towards October and into early November. Thanks for watching tonight. I'll see you back here on Tuesday.